Silver is definitely the answer, but the question is far more interesting and important. For the moment, let's put aside the conversation about triple-digit silver, rocket ships, and chance of going to the moon. Riddle me this, Batman. Why did you start buying physical metals? What really drove you to take your hard-earned cash and convert it into silver and or gold? I would guess that for many of us, we found ourselves looking into a monetary system and thought something along the lines of, holy crap, I better get my money out of this system before it all blows up. But what happens if the dollar doesn't die? What do you do then? Would you continue buying gold and silver? In 1897, while traveling in London, Mark Twain said, "The reports of my death are greatly exaggerated." What if the death of the dollar is a little exaggerated? I mean, it's hard not to scroll through YouTube thumbnails and to see this continual theme of the death of the dollar, de-dollarization, the Great Reset, the fork turning into bricks. Basically a continual theme of things going very poorly for us in the US going forward. While there are definitely reasons to be less optimistic than we had in the past, I'm not really sure it's as bad as it may feel. When I think about the last several crises, be it the 70s with the sky-high inflation and high interest rates and oil scares, to the stock market crash of 87, the dot-com bubble, to the GFC and even the cerveza sickness, one of the things they all had in common was when they were going on and when we were going through them, it all seemed like we were going around a blind curve looking over a cliff, and we survived it all. When I made my first purchase of silver in 2007, it was a 100-ounce bar, and I wasn't thinking about all the potential problems we were facing as a country. I was smitten by the idea of taking money out of the system and making my wealth less visible. What I didn't understand was the real value of buying silver. This is exactly why I believe silver is the answer. But the question, knowing the real question that silver is answering makes all the difference in the world. The question I'm referencing is, what is the best way to start building wealth? I think this is where we miss the boat, so to speak, and actually one of the greatest opportunities we have. When we talk about metals, we often talk about how they are a store of wealth or they protect our wealth. But of all the metals, silver does one thing better than any other metals. And if you allow it, it will teach you the mentality and the behaviors you need to create wealth in your life. Let's set aside all the benefits and potential overperformance in the coming bull market. Let's just focus on the superpower that silver has. And it has nothing to do with the price appreciation or its performance. If you let it, buying silver will allow you to learn 5 foundational wealth building lessons and skills that will serve you well throughout your life. First, paying yourself first. Because of its low entry price, silver is usually where most of us get started. And there's nothing like trading $30 worth of paper money and getting back 1 ounce coin in your hand. I hope you all can still remember the first time and that magical feeling. Well, that awakening is absolutely addicting. And what typically happens is we can't wait until payday to run to the LCS and pick something up. I know people who were physically unable to save money every month, but all of a sudden, when they started buying silver, they were able to buy $200, $300 worth. Buying silver allowed them to prioritize paying themselves first and saving money. Second, it provides a bridge to successful investing. One of the greatest challenges for new investors is understanding that investing is more about what you see in your mind and not with your eyes. Buying shares of Apple feels like the right decision, but it's not like the old days when you got a stock certificate in the mail. Now, all you get is a little data entry line on your computer screen. And that makes it really hard for investors to connect with investing because it becomes this little bit of a floating extraction. You send your money somewhere and you hope years later there will be money there. Physical silver in particular serves as a bridge, providing you with immediate feedback and reward for your behavior, which further cements you repeating this behavior. The third point is price, value, and frugality. As I mentioned, the purchase price of silver provides a low entry point into the world of money and investing. Gold just can't really do that. But beyond the price and even the value argument related to silver's low spot price, we've all inevitably associated making a regular consumer purchase in light of how many ounces of silver you could get instead of making that purchase. You may not think of it this way, but that's silver teaching you about the value and the value of your dollars. This helps you curb that impulsive tendency to go and buy things because you'd rather get something of value back, namely an ounce of silver. I can't tell you how many people have completely changed their financial lives because of stacking silver. You're probably one of them. In searching for value, silver helps you become more frugal when it comes to spending your money. Again, because you're always thinking about how to get that next ounce. Number 4, financial discipline. Investing in silver really develops this sense of discipline and responsibility because it actually helps you to start allocating money to investing, learning how to prioritize, having a savings in the form of metals, and actually making really informed financial decisions. Number 5, leaving the rat race. Overall, silver serves as a perfect vehicle, particularly for new investors, where many additional wealth building lessons are developed, such as the role of the dollar, interest rates, and an impact of interest rates, investing cycles, the importance of diversification, preservation of purchasing power, budgeting, goal setting, and retirement planning, just to name a few. In very real ways, silver is a gateway investment that opens the world to investing beyond just silver and gold. The process of creating wealth is slow and is a steady process that requires you to exercise discipline, commitment, and good decision making all along the way. While it's impossible to save your way to wealth, stacking silver paves the way for you to start and take that journey. This is why, regardless of whatever price silver reaches, its monetary value will never exceed the life-changing value it has provided in your life. Regardless of the price, keep stacking, my friends, and keep living out those habits that will make you wealthy. In the comments section, what do you think is the greatest value of stacking silver? How has stacking silver or gold changed your life? Or simply put an A+ in the comments so that everyone knows that you always stack smarter and never stop learning.